Growing Your
don't know
Mind,
how to
Part 3.
appreciate people. When people do them something good, they don't know how to appreciate them, and that is so wrong. That is so wrong. Now, let's say, for instance, you visit somebody, and then when you are there, the first thing that you need to do first, you start by greeting. Secondly, you start by appreciating the person for accepting you or allowing you into their homes. That is another way to grow your mind. And by the time you start growing your mind that way, you will understand that people will begin to relate with you perfectly, and you also begin to relate with people as well, also perfectly. Some of you, and I also want to speak also to our youth, even in churches, our youth do not know how to greet the elders. Very bad behavior, especially here in South Africa. Our youth are so entitled. They want the elders to greet them first, and that is so wrong. You cannot develop your mind that way. Someone cannot give you their time, counting you to be, a reasonable or a responsible youth if you don't know how to grow your mind in the area of greeting your elders. Most of you are so bad in that way. I mean, even in the complex where I stay, you find the young kids, just walk past you without saying, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever to you. Even the hello that we know in South Africa, to say, they don't even say it to you. They just walk past you. How can you receive help if you are in danger outside? You can receive help when you're in danger outside. So it's a bad behavior, And I think this comes from our homes. Our parents did not train us that way. Our parents taught us, to greet our elders. And that's what also I do also to my children. You have to greet your elders. That's how to develop your mind. Even to the adults, you don't also know how to greet people. Bad behavior. That's not how to grow your mind. So for you to grow your mind, you should know how to appreciate your host. Somebody hosted you in their houses, either for a party or either for a baby shower or for an occasion or just to visit them. Now, when you arrive, you need to greet first and appreciate them for accepting you into their homes. That is courtesy. And then when you leave and you get to your house, you call them. Thank you so much for hosting me again today. I have arrived home safely. Now, I've got some young people, that come visit me here, or some people that came visit me here from other country, in South Africa. I accepted them, I picked them up. Now I discover one error that they have is that when they left, when I dropped them at the airport, when they left, they don't have that brain to, that mental capacity to call you to say, oh, we have arrived home. Now they are waiting for me to call them, of which I'm never going to do that, of course. I'm never going to do that. So now you find out that your mental growth affects your physical growth. So when your mental growth does not comprehend to know that you were supposed to greet or supposed to appreciate your host or the person that gave you a gift or the person that helped you, now your mental growth begin to affect your physical growth. Now in that instance, now this is my decision. I'm never going to pick them up. I'm never going to drop them off. So that's my decision, because why? They lack the mental capacity to realize that they were supposed to call me to say, oh, we have arrived. Thank you so much for everything that you are doing. We appreciate everything that you are doing. I mean, that is a way how to grow your mind mentally. How to grow your mind mentally. And again, number two, decision, 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 decision. Now, there are some of you have to decide to grow. Now, it is not that you don't know that you are supposed to grow mentally. You know it, but the problem is that you have not made up your mind to grow. You have not made up your mind to grow. You haven't made up your mind to grow mentally. You haven't made up your mind to grow mentally. And for that reason, that is why you are incapacitated and you are limited and you are denied access to places. Because why? You haven't made up your mind to grow. Some of you have not made up your mind to live some particular kind of lifestyle that you are living, and that is the reason why you are still in that same position where you are. Most of you haven't made up your mind to leave some friends that you are keeping, some friends that are not profitable to you, and that is the reason why you have not grown mentally. You have not grown mentally, and that has become a stagnant situation for you. You feel that it is like you are caged, So until you make up your mind, you cannot grow mentally. Now, again, another thing, the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so it is. So, what you think, now, what do you think? Now, I think that's another point, entirely on its own. Thinking. What do you think? Because what you think in your mind is what you actually speak out. Some people say, no, it is a slip of tongue. No, it is not a slip of it is not a slip of tongue. That is what you conceive. That is what you think in your mind that you speak out. So most of the time, stop thinking negatively in your mind. And the things you think will make you not to have decision, to move. If you think negatively, you cannot have a decision to move ahead. If you think positively, you will have a decision to move ahead. Now, number three is a discipline. Is discipline. A lot of people have not encountered discipline, or I would say many people have not accepted discipline as a part of life. Even in families, when you discipline children, they see it as a hate. But in time will come, or as the time grows, or as they grow older, they begin to understand that yes, this discipline was actually for their growth. Now, that is the way we were, as kids, but then it was just a different case that we embrace discipline. We accept discipline. Now, today's generation do not embrace discipline, and they hate discipline. We were disciplined. We can be sent on an errand 5, 10 times, and you have got no choice to say no. But to these children, they will tell you publicly, you are abusing me. You are abusing me. No, that is not an abuse. It is a discipline that will help you in life. When you go to the military school, they tell you what? Obey before what? Complain. Obey before complain. So that is what is happening to us today. We don't want to accept discipline. We just want to celebrate. We want a frivolous kind of life. And that is why we are not growing as a society, because our mindset has been changed. Our mindset has been captivated to believe that, human right, without discipline. Most people can speak about Paul Kagame, but listen to me. I love him because, look at Rwanda. Rwanda is clean, neat. You don't find the kind of crime you find in South Africa here in Rwanda. Because why? They embrace discipline. People call him a dictator, but I don't call him a dictator. He is a disciplinarian. Even I believe also in his family, also same thing. So when children begin to see discipline as hate, then your life is doomed. You are doomed. I'm telling the truth. So you must embrace discipline as a part of life. Discipline is what you need. Discipline is what you deserve. Discipline is what is going to make you. Discipline is what is going to grow your mind mentally. So you got to accept discipline in every area of your life. Now, I think I need to talk about this, but then I'm just going to touch about it, but then I'm going to just say a little bit. I will talk about it in my other video, which is part 4. Please watch out for it. But I'm just going to tip it in a little bit. Now, talent with artwork. Talent with artwork. That is why some people, their mind is not growing mentally. Talent with artwork. Oh, all they say is that I've got a talent, but are you putting in the work? What the Bible says? It says faith with that work is there. So also talent also with that work also what amounts to total what? Failure. So for you not to fail, you got to accept discipline. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. So discipline is part of life. Discipline was not created for animals. Discipline was created for human beings. So you got to accept discipline as a part of life. You got to know that discipline is what make people. I mean, go read the account of people who are more successful in life. I tell the truth, they were disciplined. Now, some of you don't even know how to be disciplined with your finance. You don't know how to be disciplined with your finance. You don't know how to save. So everything, every gadget that comes out, you want to buy. Every model of phone that comes out, you want to buy. Everything. Clothes designs, designers of clothes. Some of you even buy the useless clothes that you don't even use. You use them just for once, and after that, you no more use them again. You buy some shoes, and you don't even use those shoes again. Those shoes are collecting dust, and they end up rusting in your cabinet or something, or where you pack them. So because why? We are not disciplined. You should be disciplined. You should be disciplined with everything. Some of you are not disciplined with food. Some of you can eat in between meal. You're not, and then you grow bigger. Boom. Then you start looking for gym. Hey, come on. Then you say, oh no, this is how God created me. No, that's not how God created you. You make yourself that way because you are not disciplined. For you to generate your mind, or for you to grow your mind mentally, you need to be disciplined. Discipline is needed in every area of your life. Discipline is needed in every area of your life. There are some of you that cannot walk past where prostitutes are. You will patronize them. You patronize them. You can't just walk past them. And see them as vulnerable people. You want to patronize them. There are some of you, that are not disciplined with, like I said, with food. Some of you are addicted to pizza. Some of you are addicted to McDonald's. You are addicted to fast food. Even with your last car, even with your rent, you will use it to go buy fast food. You use it to buy, you go to patronize restaurant. Yes, there's nothing wrong going to a restaurant, but listen to me. You got to be disciplined with your finance. You got to know when, how, where, time. The Bible says time and chance happening to them all. So everything under the face of the earth, happen with time and chance. You got to be disciplined, brother. You got to be disciplined, sister. Not everything that glitters is gold. So for you to develop your mind mentally, you got to be disciplined. Remember the things that we talk about today. We talk about what? Appreciation. We talk about what? Decision. We talk about discipline. And then I throw in about thinking, right? Thinking. So whatever a man thinketh in his heart, so he is thinking. So what you think in your heart, that's what you are. So you got to think positively so that your mind can grow positively. And I want to leave you with this. Always as usual, I am your man, Rev Felix. And please don't forget, please, to share this video, please, to people who need it. Please, you might not need it, but you know someone that needs to hear this word today. Please share with those that need it. And please remember,